Supporters of Medicaid expansion are pushing back against the state's decision to back out of the plan. Missouri voters approved an amendment to the state constitution last fall that would expand the program, but state lawmakers did not pass a funding program. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers shows us why protesters plan to challenge that decision.
The fight isn't over for people who pushed for Medicaid expansion in Missouri.
Because I wasn't able to access physical and mental health care when I needed it.
Alice Nelms was one of many workers who thought they'd won when Missouri voters approved the measure last fall. They're disappointed Missouri lawmakers did not fund the expansion and that Governor Mike Parson withdrew the state's plan to do so.
But at the end of the day, if you don't have the funding to do it, you can't start the program.
This is just a gross backstab and betrayal of the Missouri voters.
What could he possibly gain from not giving us access to Medicaid expansion?
Hundreds of thousands of Missourians fall into a gap between those who can afford health insurance and those who qualify for Medicaid. Expanding the program would help shrink that gap.
It's grossly unfair to the working poor.
Dave Dillon works with the Missouri Hospital Association, which also pushed for the amendment, hopeful that it would reduce unreimbursed health care expenses.
It would also allow us to more effectively treat individuals who right now may use the emergency department as their primary care venue.
He believes the state's decision will be challenged in court.
It is absolutely clear that the next step will be litigation.
So what do we want?
Until then, health care may remain out of reach for many.
All fights for human rights have been long, drawn-out battles.
Without this expansion, people in the state are going to continue to go without health care.
In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News.